McDonald's, the biggest real estate in the world. When we think of McDonald's, the immediate association is a fast food restaurant. However, it may come as a surprise that McDonald's is not just a fast food chain, but also a prominent player in the real estate industry. With an impressive presence of over 40,000 locations across 119 countries, McDonald's possesses some of the most valuable commercial properties worldwide. In fact, it holds the distinction of being the largest real estate holding entity in the world. This distinctive business model has not only propelled McDonald's to market dominance, but has also facilitated the establishment of an extensive network of franchised stores. Join us as we delve into the captivating narrative behind McDonald's real estate empire and its profound contribution to the company's resounding success. The McDonald Brothers. McDonald's was founded by brothers Richard and Maurice, who were inspired to seek financial independence after witnessing their father being laid off without a pension. They moved to California with the goal of becoming millionaires by age 50, initially pursuing careers in the entertainment industry. During the Great Depression, the McDonald brothers sold their movie theater and opened McDonald's Barbecue, which later became McDonald's. They focused on serving burgers and a few other items, catering to drivers in their cars. With a reduced menu of 9 items, including a 15-cent hamburger, they found success with their quick service counter. In 1948, they began to reform their business model and set up a franchise system. By 1954, they had sold the royalties from 20 franchises. Ray Kroc, a multi-mixers distributor's fortunes changed in 1954 when he came across a bustling burger joint in San Bernardino, California called McDonald's. He wanted to get into the business and eventually convince the brothers to make him their franchise representative. From then on, he was in charge of who and where they could open new restaurants. Kroc originally only received a small percentage of sales from the McDonald's restaurants, leaving him struggling to cover expenses. The wake-up call came when he met Harry Sonneborn, a financial expert who gave him a new perspective that Ray Kroc was not in the food service business. He was in the real estate business. Harry showed him another way of making money off the deal with McDonald Brothers on selling hamburgers and franchisees. This new way involved creating a real estate company that would buy up or lease the land on which all McDonald's would be located. Kroc hired Sonneborn, and together they established Franchise Realty Corporation in 1957. The company's innovative approach involved identifying suitable locations, purchasing them through a 10-year contract for deed, and persuading landowners to subordinate their interests to a building loan. Subsequently, they would secure a loan from a bank to construct the building for the franchisee, leasing it back to them at a 40% markup over the combined payments. Additionally, a percentage rent agreement would be implemented, with 5% of sales over a specified base triggering additional payments. In cases where a franchisee already owned the land, Franchise Realty Corporation would negotiate a lease agreement, allowing them to sublease the property back to the franchise. This strategic business model not only facilitated the expansion of franchises, but also ensured a steady revenue stream for the company. The Sonneborn model of real estate ownership within the franchise persists to this day and may be the most important financial decision in the company's history. Ray Kroc introduced new franchising techniques, increasing the corporation's size while maintaining strict control of its products. His real estate subsidiary, Franchise Realty Corporation, FRC, was established in 1956, and it played a crucial role in facilitating the opening of many franchises in several locations. In 1960, he successfully franchised 228 McDonald's restaurants, generating substantial annual profits. Both the McDonald brothers and Ray had achieved financial prosperity, but Ray's wealth would soar even higher when he acquired their shares in 1961. Ray aspired to possess the entire McDonald's chain and sought financial assistance from various sources to meet the brothers' asking price of $2.7 million. "I needed the McDonald name and those golden arches," he said in a 1973 interview with Time via CNN. "What are you gonna do with a name like Kroc?" The brothers figured that after taxes, they'd each have $1 million. Although the amount they received was not insignificant, it pales in comparison to what they could have earned had they retained ownership of the business. If they had held onto their 0.5% stake until the late 1970s, it would have generated an annual income of $15 million for them. The brothers retained ownership of their original restaurant, which they decided to rebrand as the Big M. However, Ray, driven by his entrepreneurial spirit, later established a competing McDonald's in close proximity, ultimately forcing both the brothers and the original McDonald's out of business a few years down the line. The two brothers eventually got married and assumed the role of fathers to their stepchildren. However, it is worth noting that neither of them had any biological offspring of their own. There was not much of a reason to stay in California any longer, and Dick McDonald decided to move back to his home state of New Hampshire. He said he didn't like California, especially on sunny days. He preferred cloudy days. He also came to terms with the outcome of everything that happened with Ray and the company. But Maurice unfortunately passed away in 1970, one due to heart failure. Well, Dick McDonald lived most of his later years in New Hampshire, which was fairly quiet. He lived in a modest 3-bedroom home, and he left in a state of $1.8 million at the time of his death in 1998. McDonald's real estate business strategy. McDonald's business strategy utilizes a combination of cost leadership and international market expansion strategies. Franchising form of new market entry is utilized within McDonald's as a business strategy to a great extent. Today, McDonald's makes its money on real estate through two methods. Its real estate subsidiary buys and sells hot properties while also collecting rents on each of its franchise locations. The fast food chain has one of the largest property portfolios in the world, and it is a giant real estate company. McDonald's generates only a fraction of its profit from food and drinks sold by franchisees, and the majority of income is generated by renting leased property to franchises with a considerable markup. McDonald's, being a global brand, is predominantly comprised of independent small and mid-sized business owners who operate over 80% of its restaurants worldwide and nearly 90% in the United States. These approximately 5,000 enterprising individuals play a crucial role in the success and expansion of the McDonald's empire. Franchisees often live in the communities they serve and are committed to making a positive impact locally, from providing good food, customer service, job opportunities, and to supporting local charities. McDonald's with Ray Kroc as the owner. Between 1962 and 1963, McDonald's launched its two most recognizable logos, the Golden Arches and Ronald McDonald, the clown character used as a mascot, and in 1965, it launched its public stock. In 1967, Sonneborn was removed as CEO and Ray took the place while he expanded the business to British Columbia, Canada, and Puerto Rico. On October 15, 1974, the first Ronald McDonald House opened at 4032 Spruce Street, with room for 7 families. The house opened with the help of Philadelphia Eagles manager Jimmy Murray and the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia's pediatric oncologists Dr. Audrey Evans and Dr. Milton Mickey Donaldson. There's no doubt that Ray Kroc played a huge role in transforming McDonald's into the fast food giant it is today. The company has a sophisticated site selection process, and Kroc's vision was to have 1,000 McDonald's restaurants in the United States. This McDonald's restaurant in New Hampshire made its debut in 1964, specifically located on South Willow Street in Manchester. Interestingly, this establishment was situated just a block away from the childhood residence of the McDonald brothers. From 1988 to 1996, McDonald's doubled its number of restaurants to over 20,000 locations. By the end of 2000, they had opened more than 11,000 restaurants outside of the United States. McDonald's also acquired popular food establishments like Chipotle, Krispy Kreme, Boston Chicken, now Boston Market, and Domino's Pizza to increase its real estate holdings. In recent years, McDonald's has successfully opened restaurants in Vietnam in 2013 and Kazakhstan in 2016. Today, McDonald's has over 40,000 restaurants in over 100 countries. As an exceptional businessman, Ray Kroc successfully established McDonald's as a real estate powerhouse across various regions worldwide. But how much is McDonald's real estate worth? In McDonald's 2018 annual report, the company valued its land and buildings at approximately $33.8 billion. The report further highlighted that the average total development costs for new traditional McDonald's restaurants in the U.S. were around $3.8 million in 2018, encompassing expenses related to land, buildings, and equipment. Moreover, it was revealed that the company owned roughly 50% of the land and approximately 80% of the buildings for its restaurants in consolidated markets by the end of both 2017 and 2018. McDonald's strategically positions its restaurants on prime real estate. This approach ensures that their establishments are conveniently accessible to customers and maximizes their potential for success. According to Mashed.com, the average McDonald's location makes $2.7 million in sales and around $150,000 in profit. Fast forward to the present year, 2024, and McDonald's estimated worth has soared to an impressive $42 billion. This remarkable growth reflects the company's continued success and its ability to adapt to evolving market demands. With expansion in many locations, it cannot always be rosy, for there are dark and challenging seasons too. Let's check out some controversies that hit McDonald's real estate company. Being a company with a long-standing presence spanning several decades, it's no wonder that they've encountered their fair share of lawsuits and received criticism from both customers and business partners. The report, titled "McLandlord: Global Rent Excess at the World's Largest Franchisor" by the European F8 and the American SEIU unions, reveals the negative impact of McDonald's real estate business. The report suggests that McDonald's overcharges franchisees through its unique system of requiring them to rent restaurants through the company. Franchisees pay a higher percentage of sales for rent compared to the average fast food franchisee. While McDonald's charges 8.5 to 15% of sales for rent, the average franchisee pays just 6 to 10%. This has implications for customers and workers, as franchisees have less money to increase pay and reduce food prices if they are paying more in rent. In 1996, McDonald's revoked businessman Roberto Bucal's franchise for his restaurants in El Salvador. McDonald's told Bucal the franchise he had operated for 24 years had expired and wouldn't be renewed. Bucal, who had a 1994 agreement that he believed extended the franchise to 2014, refused to close or rebrand his restaurants. McDonald's won in the lower courts, but appellate court sided with Bucal, and eventually in 2012, McDonald's was ordered to pay a $23.9 million judgment to Bucal. Bucal alleged that he never received the $23.9 million judgment and has filed a new demand in court for $21 million in interest on the award. On September 1, 2020, McDonald's was sued by 50 black owners for racial discrimination. According to the lawsuit, McDonald's steered black franchisees to stores which had lower revenue and higher security expenses than stores in more affluent areas. On 16 February 2021, franchise owner and former professional athlete Herbert Washington filed a lawsuit in Youngstown, Ohio, alleging the McDonald's discriminatory practices prevented black franchises from buying franchises in affluent areas. In exchange for his agreement to exit the McDonald's system and dismiss the pending litigation, McDonald's has purchased 13 restaurants owned by Washington for $33.5 million. The McDonald brothers' story is a compelling narrative filled with valuable life lessons. They began with a simple idea that eventually grew into a multi-billion-dollar empire. However, they made the decision to sell their business to their partner, Ray Kroc, after reaching their initial goal of each making $1 million by age 50. Little did they know, Kroc had a grand vision for the business that could have far exceeded their expectations if they had remained partners with him. By selling their business prematurely, the McDonald brothers missed out on the opportunity to see the true potential of their creation. They were left with feelings of regret as they witnessed the immense success that their business became under Kroc's leadership. This situation prompts us to ponder, had the McDonald brothers retained ownership of the company, could it have evolved into the billion-dollar giant it is today? This thought provoking scenario serves as a reminder of the importance of perseverance, strategic decision-making, and having a long-term vision for success. It encourages us to consider the potential outcomes of our choices and the impact they may have on our future endeavors.
If you liked the video, please subscribe, like and share it, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you soon on Mcdonald'S Media, information at the heart of the world.